Yo, listen, it's Platinum Max, part of the Acclaim, the Platinum Playboy, best wrestler alive, and you are rocking with the Bob Culture Podcast. Yo, listen, Platinum on the mic, and I'm coming for your ass. I'm listening to the Bob Culture Podcast, and I think it's the hottest show in the game, because them and everybody loves the Acclaim. Now, scissor me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, live back here at 80s Wrestling Con at Men in Sports Arena with, well, the All-Father.
The All-Father.
Wrestling Richest Prize. There's so many stats. I'm going to try my best. Number
One of the best
144
out there.
on PWI this year. It goes on and on. He is the ECWA, I believe, current reigning and defending heavyweight champion. He is a two-time ECWA Super 8 winner, a former Pro Wrestling Magic World Heavyweight Champion, the current reigning and defending Warriors of Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. What am I missing? There's so much.
You're on a roll. Don't look at me.
Number 15.
Keep going.
Am I right?
Keep going. Don't doubt yourself. You're doing a good job.
Well,
You are correct. 15 of the BRP 50, 10 of the BW 500.
10, yeah.
Come on, man. You're doing all right.
A two-time BCP Plus Wrestler of the Year.
With no trophy to show for it. And then KC wins.
KC.
You give him a whole party, a whole ceremony. I don't want to hear it.
It's for
don't say chair. I will push you out of your chair.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I've seen him do it.
He's out of control.
He
gets him a whole setup. He gets him. I won 2 years in a row, the first 2 years of your award, and I have zero physical memorabilia to hold for. So I have none in my. I can't put anything on my mantle. I can't put anything on display because you gave me nothing. They're turning the lights out. That's on you.
That's on me. Well, here we go. I apologize.
Are they going to turn the ball off?
I'm so sorry,
wow.
Mr. Carter.
Oh, okay.
I'm so sorry.
I didn't know if you had a light on.
I'll fix it in post.
Right. You can fix it. That's fine.
And I'll get you 2 trophies. I'm sorry.
I should get
two.
literally together at this point.
Okay. Yes,
Don't even separate them.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. But ladies and gentlemen, the All-Father, Mr. Darius Carter, we appreciate a few minutes of your time,
yes,
sir.
Thank you so much.
Obviously don't want to bury the lead. Big night tonight against someone who I believe you've never touched, Mr. Richard Holliday. We spoke to him earlier, and this is being billed as, and I agree with the sentiment,
yeah, I do too.
Indie Dream match. Your thoughts going into this one? Is there respect there for Mr. Holliday?
I mean, I know who Richard Holliday is. I've seen what he's done. Definitely a talented individual. He's held his area down, that Massachusetts area with Wrestling Open, beyond. It's fine. I don't have many reasons to particularly respect him. I don't know him. Outside of the experiences that I've seen of him working, I've seen of him wrestling. Respect of Darius Carter is very, very hardly attained. Once you have it for life. But to attain it is a very, very difficult thing. Let's see what this Richard Holliday is all about. I've seen him discussed as the most inspirational man. Inspirational to who? Inspirational for what reason? Okay, he overcame the illness, but I'm inspirational in the fact that I am a do-it-from-the-roots professional wrestler. I'm a grassroots professional wrestler. I did everything on my own. I did it my way. I did it without riding coattails. I did it without having to politic and sit at an office table and ask for things or beg for things. I went out there, I worked for it, I earned it, and became the best thing going today. I don't think Richard Holliday has the momentum that I have. He maybe has the people that push for him, but he doesn't have the momentum that I have. He's a talented individual. I don't believe he's as talented as me, and I think the real ones know that. And I think it is what it is. I think Richard is going to be a quality opponent today. I think that he's going to bring it. I know that he's going to bring it. I know that he's excited for this. For me, I've looked forward to competing against him. Again, I know of him. I don't want to say I know him because I haven't shared as many locker rooms with him. But this man's going to find out what so many have found out on and off TV. I am the litmus test. I am the man that brings something different out of every competitor that I wrestle. I make you dig deep. I make you dig beyond your soul and into your spirit to be who you have to be to stand up against Darius Carter. I have no other way to say that. I think Richard is a traditional wrestler. I've seen his work, and tradition isn't enough for me. I am tradition, but I'm a modern twist on tradition. I am the past, I am the present, I am the future, I am all of time. Can Richard hang with me? We're going to find out. Very excited to slowly dissect this man, take the life from him. And we'll see how inspirational he is then when Darius Carter has dissected and eradicated the remains of one Richard Holliday. We'll see.
Wow, well, we'll see what happens here tonight at 80s Wrestling Con, and it'll be on Premier Streaming Network, a potential match of the year for sure. Darius, so many questions for you. Let's start with this here. ISPW, we saw you finally arrive here at ISPW in the Golden Ticket Rumble.
Saying before the mood changed as soon as you came out.
You did throw out my girlfriend, Darius, but nevertheless.
I don't know what you want me to tell you.
I mean,
I had to win or she had to win.
I'll say this.
I throw her out 29 more times.
Okay, all right. Well,
yeah, so don't go there.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll say this, Darius.
Get me my trophies. How's that?
Two. I know. I'll get them tonight. I'll order them.
You out here talking back. You got me 0 trophies, 0 memorabilia, and you're talking back about Vicious V.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Anyway, she can defend herself. She doesn't need you. Go on.
Yep, fair enough, Mr. Carter. I'll ask you this. You came through the curtain at ISPW at the Golden Ticket Rumble, and I did think he's winning. He's winning right here, right now. I could see you carrying that briefcase. Nevertheless, Mr. Joe Clean now walking around with the ISPW briefcase. I'll ask you this. You've held almost all of the heavyweight gold here in the Northeast and beyond. I think you were in North Carolina last week. You're all over here. I'll ask you this. What are your goals here, particularly in ISPW?
ISPW, they requested a Rumble appearance. I gave it to them. They requested me for the 80s WrestleCon, so I gave it to them. ISPW is offering things to me, and I am lucratively accepting. That's where we're at right now. Does that mean I'm going to be a regular fixture on the roster? I'm not sure. I'm doing a lot of traveling. I'm a champion for many places, so those are my priorities. Anywhere that I am a champion is my priority, regardless of perceived scale of promotion. So it could be Warriors of Wrestling, it could be Ashe, it could be ECWA. I just did 3 matches. I did Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Two of those being championship matches. Last Friday was We Are Wrestling in the Bronx, where I won the BST Territory Championship, my 25th career championship. Wow. I won that from Dan the Man. And then Saturday, I defended the ECWA Heavyweight Championship at Pretzelmania 6. My 6th defense on Pretzelmania 6. You can't make this up. Against Joey Ace, defeated him. That's 2. And then went to Brooklyn Sunday to wrestle Ruthless Lala for the first time, beat her. So I went 3 clean, and that's just one weekend. So that's the hustle. That's the game. I want to say I am the game, but that's already taken. Big fan.
Sure, yeah.
But it is what it is. I mean, I am the circuit. I'm everywhere and anywhere all at once. You never know where I'm going to show up. Sometimes, a lot of these times, obviously, you'll see me advertised, but there are some times where, again, Rumble appearance, there I am. So ISPW continues to slide things across the table. I take it, I look, I like it, I accept. And they've gone 2 for 2 so far. So
fair enough.
That's where we're at.
Businessman for sure. Mr. Carter, I do want to talk about that match with the Ruthless one because we talk about matches of the year. I have not seen this yet. We were going to watch it yesterday. I believe it's on Title Match.
It is on Title Match. It's front page. It's front page. Let's go.
It should be, okay. I haven't seen it, so I have no frame of reference, but I saw that you guys, they had the poster out, Ruthless Lala versus the All-Father Darius Carter, match of the year potential in my mind. You guys had never had a singles match leading up to that point. Was there, and I asked the same thing about Richard Holliday, and I know it's a business for you, but was there any level of anticipation, perhaps excitement, getting to face the Ruthless one?
But see, that's what it is a business to me. So I study my opponents as if I've wrestled them before. I knew more about Lala and continue to know more about Ruthless Lala than she knows about me, or she knows about herself. Or anyone in Prolific. I'm one of those people that studies people just naturally. I just naturally am an observer, a reader. So I pick you up quickly. I'm like a supercomputer. And then when I go in to actually study you, I just pick up auras. Then when I go in to actually study you, okay, now I'm seeing how you move, which way you step, how you hit the ropes. I'm watching all the things, not just the moves. I'm watching your movements. So now I know more about you than you know about yourself. You can watch me and you can think you can pick up some things, but I'm very in the moment. I'm very in real time. It's amazing how I'm this traditional wrestler that can throw you off so easily. You don't know what I'm going to do when I'm going to do it because I'm doing it in real time. I just know where I want you to be. I'm just putting you where I want you to be. How I get you there, I'll decide. But I put you where I want to put you. that's what Richard Holliday has to deal with. I mean, he gets credit for being this smart competitor, but I think that credit should be more attributed to me. I think every bit of acclaim that Richard Holliday has gotten would be better suited, literally, metaphorically, for me. And again, he's a tremendous wrestler, great wrestler, okay? But I've been for a long time. And he gets his due, and I think he had the unfortunate illness which brought the attention. And again, it's a business. He's the most inspirational man, according to PWI, and that's an opportunity for me. I have to do something about that because I am inspirational. I am the All-Father. I am the man who does things that people are constantly asking, how does he do them? How does he do them? Because I don't have a support team behind me shoving me up the ladder. I've done it all my way. I navigate my way, and you don't have to like the way that I do it, but I do it nonetheless. I produce results. I went from PWI 1 month to PWI every month, or mentioned in some capacity. And that's just work that I did from the grassroots. I didn't attach myself to a trainer or famous trainer. I didn't have a famous school to push me forward. And again, there's no knock on that because you get what you get. But I started a while ago, and it was a different time in 2008, November 2008. Very different time than starting now, starting 2 years ago, starting before the pandemic, which I not only survived and thrived in, which got my momentum to where it is. I never stopped wrestling. So we're going to see. Lala experienced that. I took Lala's gas tank. I told you I was going to take it, and it was very difficult for her to finish. She had the hip injury, which was unfortunate, but she wasn't going to make it there anyway. And I put her down, and that's what happened. You know, a lot of people, they talk the smack. They say I talk smack, but people talk all the smack to me. It's amazing. And now you have to deliver on that because everyone knows I'm going to deliver on what I say. You have to deliver when you say that you're going to come at Darius Carter. That's the point that we're at now. It's no longer Darius Carter having to shoot his shot at people. It's now if you're shooting your shot at Carter, you better make sure you hit. You really better hit, and you better hit in the brain, and you better hit in the heart. Because if you don't, and even if you do, but if you don't, your life is on the line. That's how I look at this.
Yeah, well, Mr. Carter, let me ask you this. I want to be respectful of your time. I know you got it ready for his big match tonight, and I have asked a lot about your colleagues here tonight, man. Maybe you don't care so much about their respect or match of the year or, you know, having respect for things that people have been through. You mentioned Richard Holliday. But
we've all been through things.
Okay, fair enough. But I'll ask you this, Mr. Carter. 80s Wrestling Con, we know that ISPW locker room features the likes of someone we've talked about in the past. Crowbar.
Of course. We're gonna cross paths this year. I can smell it in the air.
Definitely has to happen.
Superstar Danny Morrison.
Mm-hmm.
You look around the room. Jake the Snake was here. I see Mr. Tony Atlas across the way here. So many legends of the business, man. Is there a respect, perhaps, for the history? Well, I know you respect history, but for the legends of the past that are here today.
Of course. That's what I'm built on. I'm built on tradition. I'm built on legacy. I'm built on respect. That's what I keep wanting to instill every time I wrestle, is instilling the respect and tradition of the business, and not just looking at these legends and watching them in awe, but the roots of what brought us to this game, the roots of professional wrestling, the physicality, the tactfulness that you require in the ring. I think sometimes people just want to go in there and hit what they want to hit and do what they want to do. That is a chess match out there, and if you get sloppy, I will catch you and I will knock your pieces off the board. That's how I look at it, and I think there's a lot of tradition in what I do. There's a ton of tradition in what I do. I pay nothing but respect to the past, nothing but respect to the people that came before me, but at some point, wrestling has to continue past them, and you need to be somebody that those legends can look to and say, I understand why he's there. Whether you like them or not, or whether you want to say, oh, it's the old days, no. If your legendary peers can't look at you and approve you, there may be something wrong. So when I walk to these conventions, I do these things. It's nothing but respect. It's nothing but, there's my name being mentioned, nothing but respect. There's nothing but, what I give is returned to me. And that's because these are people that helped paved the way, and they're just looking for that adulation. They're just looking for that respect. They're just looking for that acknowledgement because they did put their time in. And a lot of wrestlers will walk right past them and act like they're better than them, or they won't shake their hand. They won't even make eye contact. They just go to the locker room and they talk about their match. It's like, look where we are. Look where we are. I learn from every legend that I've communicated with, whether it was for a minute, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. That's what this is all about. When you have a convention like this, you want to approach someone and just your mouth is closed as closed as it can be and your ears are open. Maybe you set something up and you just listen to that legend speak, and that is the training that I'll get. That's a form of training for me that a lot of people skip on. They think they're better than that. So when I go out there, again, it's instilling tradition. It's taking that all and bringing it to the ring, and people with clear vision can see what I'm delivering, and they understand the consistency, they understand the quality. That's what I'm here to do.
Real quick, Mr. Carter, one more, and I apologize for the extra
The greatest
question.
of all time.
I want to make Mr. Bellini very happy real quick.
Oh, there he is. Always promoting him.
Well,
always promoting Warriors. No champion better than me. It's really.
I mean, the Accolades, was it 5-time now?
5. You know what it is. You keep acting like
time.
you don't know. What is it? 5 time? You know it's 5 time.
It's 5 time.
Everyone knows it's 5 time. I've held the championship. I've held the Warriors of Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship more than anybody else. I've held it for more days overall than anyone else. I've defended the championship more times than anyone in history, 28 successful defenses. I am setting the records that wrestlers that come after me will look to match or beat for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. I mean, these are unprecedented records. You want to be a 5-time heavyweight champion? Go ahead and try that. Good luck. You want to say that you've defended a championship 28 times? If you can be that consistent at Warriors, go ahead and try that. I'm setting records for people to beat. I'm putting my name at the top of as many lists as I can so that you have to strive to reach that pinnacle. That's what a wrestler should be doing everywhere that he can. Every promotion that I touch, I want to be that top name that everybody is looking to and say, how do I get there? Very simple.
Absolutely. Real quick. But my question was going to be any message for TJ Marconi. You guys can't seem to get out of each other's way.
TJ's in my way. I don't want anything to do with TJ. I continuously beat this man. He cries. The world's largest crybaby. Wow. That's what he does. He's a complainer. He is not the same TJ that he used to be. When I was in the Crusade with TJ, he was a hungry giant. He was a beast, and that's why I loved him, and that was a brother. And this TJ complains and whines and moans. Always, I want another chance. He's booking his own matches. Who told him he could have a ladder match? I beat him. Who told him he could have a cage match? I'm going to beat him again. He just keeps crying his way into advantageous positions. I really should not have to be defending against this man. And shame on Warriors for not being able to find me another opponent other than this man that I continue to beat. It's TJ again. They did this before with Joe Ocasio. Ocasio got about 4 opportunities and then finally won the championship. And then when I lost it, I couldn't get a chance to get back at him. I had to struggle for 6 months while he was given rematch after rematch. It is what it is. I'm established at Warriors to the point where I can win the title whenever I want. So TJ, this is what he wants. He wants a cage match. After this, he's going to want another match, even though the rules dictate that this is the last time we can ever we're going to wrestle. And there's no rematch so if I don't win, I don't get a rematch, which TJ gets rematch after rematch. I mean, it is what it is. That's Marconi for you. That's how he works now. He does a lot more working with his mouth than he does in the ring. Again, strong competitor. I love TJ. I always love him as a brother inside, but he's not the same man. And until he finds himself again, until he goes through his 20th resurgence and his 20th personality change, he's a big Italian guy now. Maybe he'll be a Roman general. Maybe he'll be a pilot in 5 years, an Italian pilot. Maybe he'll put it all together and be an Italian boot party, paparazzi prince. He can put it all. Maybe he'll amalgamate all of that. TJ's got a lot of soul searching to do. I know who I am. That's why I'm the one that's getting booked. And listen, TJ, he keeps bringing me up because he knows that I bring him the hits. I bring him the views.
Wow.
So he needs me. I don't need him. I can do better without him. That's where we're at. So hopefully June 15th is the last I see of him. For real, even though I know it's in a stipulation, but I really could do without seeing him anymore. We can send him back to South Jersey. He can wrestle at those promotions and hold up those titles.
Wow. All right. Well, I guess that's your assessment, Mr. Carter. I know you have
guess.
to get ready for a big match.
I know, you guess. That's the difference. You guess, I know. TJ guesses, I know. That's the difference.
Mr. Carter, I want to thank you for a few minutes of your time, man. I don't know how many more of these we're going to be able to do before you're on our TV sets every week. I truly believe that. Good luck in your match moving forward. Good luck with everything moving forward. Thank you for your time. Continued success, Mr. Carter. Thank you so much.
Pleasure is entirely yours. Get me my trophies.
I'll get 2 trophies. Yeah, I'll order them tonight. Thank you. The BCP is brought to you by our favorite store, Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore, located in the Englishtown Flea Market in New Jersey from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Saturdays and Sundays, and online at FunkensteinWrestlingSuperstore.com. Get your favorite wrestling merch, retro video games, Ninja Turtles, Ghostbusters, G.I. Joe, so much more. It's our favorite store. Thank you, Heather and Dan, for sponsoring the BCP. Also got to welcome back our sponsors, the No Gimmicks Podcast, the podcast that keeps it 100% real 100% of the time. Check out our guy Kelvin, only on the No Gimmicks Podcast. Wrestling All Day, All Night is the best wrestling discussion group on Facebook. We provide more of a community feel here and have wrestling fans introduce other fans to something they may not have seen before, such as old school wrestling, indie wrestling, Japanese wrestling, and so much more. We also strive to be a source of information regarding upcoming wrestler meet and greets and signings. And remember, we're open 24/7, all day, all night. Be sure to follow on socials and join the group on Facebook at Wrestling All Day, All Night. Welcome back our sponsor, Sweet Chin Musings. Sweet Chin Musings is the creation of the reigning, rarely defending, highly disputed champion of wrestling podcast, Mr. Perfect, Mike Mueller, and his tag team partner in crime, Luke Kudialis. SCM focuses on the in-ring product of WWE and AEW, no dirt sheet rumors here, as well as backstage news, predictions, and analysis of characters, storylines, and major pay-per-views. Old school fans, don't worry, we have you covered as well, with a look back on classic matches, top 10 lists, and interactive tournaments that let the fans decide who is truly the best of all time. You can find them at Facebook at Sweet Chin Musings, and check out the podcast on all major podcast platforms. Please welcome back our sponsors on the BCP Plus and the podcast, GPW Productions. GPW provides your promotion or event with top-tier video, audio production, live streaming, and more. I can personally vouch for them in saying they are hands down the best production company I've ever worked with, as they have and continue to work with the likes of AEW, GCW, StarCast, MLW, not to mention the majority of the local independent promotions here in the tri-state area. They can even help you film a vignette or promo for your persona or gimmick. And guess what? GPW doesn't just work in wrestling. No, they cover MMA, boxing, basketball, or any other sporting event as well. On a personal note, I'd like to thank Mike Sesko, Frank Leone, O'Neil Andros, and the team for giving me multiple opportunities to work with them and some of the best talent in the world. Thank you, GPW, and guys, book GPW for your promotion or event today at contact@gpwproductions.com. Please welcome in our new sponsor for the month of April, ISPW Independent Superstars of Pro Wrestling, ahead of their event at Hopatcong High School, Friday, April 12th at 7:30 p.m., featuring WWE legend and guest ISPW General Manager Typhoon. Also, check out their event, War at the Williams Center, featuring former WWE superstar Gangrel. And of course, don't forget the marquee event, 80s Wrestling Con, ISPW Rockin' Wrestling 3 at the Men Sports Arena in Morristown, New Jersey, again immediately following 80s Wrestling Con, Saturday, May 4th. Get your tickets now, and be sure to follow ISPW across the board on all socials. Please welcome back one of our favorite podcast sponsors, Key Nation, featuring our very own BCP and BCP Plus contributor, Mr. Wayne Keener. Make sure to follow Key Nation on TikTok and Instagram for great puns, memes, dad jokes, and random ridiculous content. Thank you, Wayne, for sponsoring the BCP. Don't forget to check out one of our newest sponsors here on the BCP, Chop City Wrestling. Chop City Wrestling is where our pal Ryan Steniford takes chops from wrestlers and donates $20 to Connor's Cure for every chop he takes. Follow his adventures on his YouTube channel for all those chops and some great pro wrestling content, all for a good cause. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, and thank you, Ryan, for sponsoring the BCP. Please welcome in our new podcast sponsor, From the Left Side. From the Left Side has all of your wrestling and sports news. Check out From the Left Side at facebook.com/From the Left Side with On Air E, and be sure to hit that follow button. Thank you, From the Left Side. Please welcome back one of our favorite sponsors, Mania Club. Established in 2015, Mania Club is a WWE-recognized community for fans with an eclectic love for both the world of professional wrestling and raising money for Connor's Cure. During WrestleMania weekend, we host the official tailgate of WrestleMania while also celebrating the life of Connor McCollum. They are the single largest donor within the V Foundation for Connor's Cure with over $150,000 raised. Please donate and join the Facebook group over at Mania Club on Facebook. Donate at jimmyv.org/Mania Club. Please welcome in our new BCP sponsors for the year of 2024, Bree Combination Wrestling. Ahead of their event, Queen of the North 5 is the most prestigious women's tournament in the Northeast and their favorite event of the year, Saturday, April 20th, 2024, at the Mecca in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. Get your tickets now at qotn5.eventbrite.com. Thank you, BCW. Guys, I want to shout out the Extreme Life of Matt Hardy podcast. WrestleMania weekend, you have 2 chances to attend live recordings of the Extreme Life of Matt Hardy podcast, starring Matt Hardy alongside host John Alba. First at WrestleCon at 4 p.m. for only $25 as Matt and John talk all things TLC. And later that night, don't forget a special opportunity for workers, ring announcers, commentators, and of course, in-ring talent. A rare live recording of the Extreme Life of Matt Hardy podcast where wrestlers can ask questions of the woken, broken, and spoken one himself. And don't forget, workers, this is for you. Commentators, ring announcers, and of course, in-ring talent for just $15 and free for Monster Factory students. Get your tickets now and contact John Alba SFC at gmail.com. We'll see you there April 5th.